We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have?
Here we go.
Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a 1st down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage. And now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact. Running right, here's Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds Bengals taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Another run for Brown on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Barkley. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go, hey. 2nd and 10. Timberland. Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball so they could already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far.
Here we go.
Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now Burrow changing things up here. Here's Brown on second down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Now they'll change things up. They'll run on third down with Brown.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
11.
On first and 10, here's Brown.
Brown with his stick skills. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
This is Brown going up the middle.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Right back to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Looking high its way once again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
brings up second and a yard at the Bengals' 49-yard line.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Ladybug.
Operating from the gun. Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darren Waller, 54 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to work. Down the right sideline. He may go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Great.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Timberland.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Wiggles free. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Jones going to change it up here. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
Fielded just inside the 20. Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Hustler.
Jones now throwing to start the drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Up we go. Great. Cockroach. Bama. Detroit. Great.
Jones on 3rd down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Dorrance Armstrong in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Gun.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From midfield now, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here we go. 11 MT.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Giants 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go,
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On third down, Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Giants 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers. South salad, South salad, South salad.
From the gun on third down, Jones. That is caught, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson. Let's go, let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter. But it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
12, 11, MT, tape. 11.
from his own end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded at about the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Timberland.
Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Go, dog. Other side. Up, go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 33 yards that time.
Ladybug. Up, go.
Back to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Timberland. Up, go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
1st down. Here's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
Now a 3rd and 6.
11. 11. Gotta go.
Now Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, design run for their wideout.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. On the option left, it's Burrow. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
11 Palmer.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, and got his man complete. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Up we go.
To throw again. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Great. Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
11.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
11.
Burrow, 3rd and long from his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Detroit.
Now Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Warriors 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. 18 Pioneer.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Barkley is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Great.
Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Okay, here we go.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Johnson for the extra point try. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Hands it off out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
11.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This one from 35 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calm.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Giants. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score, Bengals 51, Giants 30.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's get set.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick,
11,
tick,
11, 11.
tick.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers,
they're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game,
and now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited.